you okay?
He's on my wall.
I am?
Roanoke Island. The inhabitants had vanished without a trace.
Yugoslavians have carried away the good people of Cryerville, California. Welcome to Earth. Now, this is the way to see America. Moon overhead, the blacktop unwinding neath our toes, not a care in the world.
Except where the hell we are.
I keep telling you we're not lost. We're on the tramp, vagabonds, letting the wind blow us where it will.
Well, it better blow us due north. I can't miss that appearance in San Francisco.
2 days, plenty of time. Now, you got to admit this is sure better than flying. Sandwiched between sweaty commuters, kids smearing peanut butter on your best suit.
Pop, we're not on a plane. We're not even on this map.
Balderdash, never been lost in my life. County Road 467. I remember it well.
Maybe we ought to head back to the main highway. Start all over again.
I tell you, I got a homing instinct, like swallows and pigeons.
Come on, Pop. After all these years, you expect to home in on a single field?
That field is like a shrine, son. You know that.
Yeah, I know that.
Cryerville, the town was called. Cryerville, California.
Cryerville.
Happiest days of my life began right around here.
Somewhere.
Whoa, wait a second. There, what did I tell you? Cryerville, 6 miles. And you thought we were in trouble.
Pop, you okay?
Fine, fine. What was that thing, a bear?
I think it was just a dog.
Big dog.
I better check the damage.
Out there?
Out there.
Oh, boy. Son.
We got a bit of a problem, Pop.
I think there's something.
Oh, Pop! Oh, what a pretty dog. Come on, down, boy, down, boy. What a pretty St. Bernard.
St. Bernard, my eye. A real St. Bernard would have cognac strapped to his neck.
Oh, Pop, you okay? Pop, you all right?
Oh, I might have ricocheted off that steering wheel a tad when we hit the ditch.
Oh, Pop, why didn't you say something?
I'm fine. Don't fuss over me.
Look, you sit right here. I'll go flag us a ride.
I'm not going to ride on any cow.
Somebody's bound to come along.
Somebody is. I know. The bear's just a dog, and those lights are just...
Just planes or helicopters.
Yeah, they're pretty low, aren't they?
Here comes somebody.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, can you give us a hand, please?
Yeah, well, we've had a little bit of an accident here.
Seems like.
Yeah, maybe you can give us a lift into Cryerville?
Yep,
Sure appreciate it.
headed that way.
Oh.
Pop, if you give me the keys, I'll get some bags out of the trunk.
Pleasant evening.
What you doing with Doc Merritt's dog?
He just attached himself to us.
Oh,
Listen, my father was a little shaken up in the accident. Perhaps you can take us to see this Doc Merritt?
well, don't see why not. Better take Boffin, too.
Boffin.
think about you. Come on and see me. Hi, Nate.
Evening.
What's going on?
Brought your dog.
Thanks for the lift.
Yeah, and the conversation.
Can I help you folks?
Dr. Merritt?
Yes, that's right.
I hope it's not too late for business hours.
Oh, no, of course not. Come on in.
Boffin had something to do with this, didn't he?
That's okay.
He gets lonely, likes to stop people and visit with them. Shame on you, Boffin.
Wow.
Hi there.
Kelly, would you mind your manners and stop staring at the gentleman?
He's on my wall.
I am?
He's right, you are. You're Alexander Black. I got one of your posters, the one with the tigers. Remember those tigers?
Oh, sure, I remember those tigers.
My dad took me to see at the Opera House in San Francisco. I don't have a picture of you.
Well, Pop usually turns up on post office walls.
Am I healed enough to turn him over my knee?
You'll be fine. I prescribe a good night's sleep and fresh country air.
Will you show me a magic trick, Mr. Black? Please, just a little one. Please?
It's a little late.
No, not a chance. There is no way you can force him into showing you a magic trick.
Well, the knave was fleeing from the evil king. So he hid behind the tree and put on a disguise. And when the sheriff arrived, who did he find? The court jester. And the knave had completely disappeared. Well, the sheriff knew.
Oh, sure, I know the field you mean. It's the county fairgrounds.
That's the place. I still see the lights, hear the calliope and the barkers cry, "Step right up, little lady. Come on, young man, win her a prize and you've won her heart."
I can almost smell the sawdust.
And I still see Alex's dear mother standing there. I can't pass up a chance to stand on that spot again.
Pop, maybe we better think about finding a service station. And a motel. Are there any in the neighborhood?
There's the Corncob Lodge, but it'll be full of truckers sleeping 4 to a room. It's harvest time.
Doesn't sound like much of a chance for a good night's sleep or fresh air.
There's plenty of room right here. And I know where to find Vern Kepler. He's the best mechanic in the San Joaquin Valley.
Oh, no, we couldn't.
Oh, please, Alex.
It's the least we can do to make up for Boffin.
We should do it, son. For the dog.
They were very low against the hills to the north.
It's the strangest thing. People have been seeing lights like that around here for the last couple of weeks. Always flying in formation.
Any military bases nearby?
No, not a one. And you don't dust crops at night. Now, why would anybody be flying around out there? Oh, here we are.
Looks like half the town is here.
They probably are. Plus farm workers and truckers from out of town. Usually, Carville is the capital of nowhere. Not at harvest time. Vern, I've got a customer for you. Mr. Alexander Black, this is Vern Kepler.
Howdy, Vern.
And Chief Datchery.
How you doing, Chief?
What can I do for you, Mr. Black?
I've got a car stuck in a ditch out by the intersection of Highway 467. I was hoping you could tow it in for me. Maybe see if you can put it back together again.
We'll sure give it a try. I'll go out and pick her up right now.
Oh, thank you. Here you go.
Thanks. Stop by first thing in the morning. So long, Chief. Thanks, Pat.
Sure.
Big city service for a little town.
We may be small town here, mister. Doesn't mean we're backwards.
Really? Then why did you drive Al Stockman to Crailfield when he broke his leg only a half a mile from my house?
That was his choice, Mrs. Merritt.
That's Dr. Merritt, Mr. Datchery.
But I still say a fella might feel pretty funny having his jeans cut away by a doc that smells of perfume.
Maybe I should switch to an aftershave.
You know, ma'am, you sure got a way about you.
So do you, Chief.
The lights! Them crazy lights are back!
Damn, if they ain't flying saucers.
Oh, Bird, put a lid on it, would you please?
Anybody check the local airports, private fields?
Yeah, I did, earlier this week. No scheduled flights and, nothing on radar.
Well, that could mean they're just flying too low.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Chief, those lights. They've been hovering right over my artichoke field.
You boys get a look at them?
By the time we got there, they were gone.
Chief, I keep reading in those magazines of flying saucers.
Vern, what would flying saucers want with Harvey's artichokes?
Wait a minute. What are you boys holding back?
Well, we did find something in the field.
Where at?
Well, you come with me and I'll show you.
What the hell is this? It's just a pile of rope.
It's a net.
The most exasperating man I ever met.
Yeah, I kind of like him, too.
Two? I don't like him, Alex. I don't like him at all.
Who are we talking about here, folks? The local constabulary?
Yes, we are indeed. Mr. Patrick Datchery, a male Caucasian suffering from terminal chauvinism. Gentlemen, there will be a big country breakfast waiting for you in the morning whenever you get up.
Wow, thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
I think I missed the gist of the conversation, son.
Sleep on it, Pop. It'll come to you.
Good morning, Pop.
Good morning, son.
What time is it?
Almost 9.
No smell of coffee?
No sizzling bacon, no dog size of a Sherman tank. I thought everybody got up early in the country.
Hello? Hello, Pat? Hello? Anybody home? I'll go check outside. Maybe she went out to milk something.
I'll check the kitchen.
Pat's car is locked in the garage.
Then where are they?
Let's check back upstairs. Hello?
Kelly's room is empty, but the bed's been slept in. CROA.
What the hell does that mean?
No dial tone.
Anybody home?
Not a car in sight.
It's 9:45 on a weekday morning.
I guess Cryerville doesn't rate a rush hour.
Well, there's got to be somebody driving to work, to the store, hauling all those vegetables they harvest.
Maybe we should stroll on into town, find out what's what. People still get milk delivered out here.
No car horn, no kids laughing, no dogs barking.
I must be asleep. And this is one dream I want to wake up from.
Say it, Pop. Say what you're thinking.
Okay. Right now, I feel like we're the only people left in this town.
Here it is. This is the place.
The avocado pit. Whimsical.
You know, the lights were going the opposite direction from when we saw it.
I think the county fairgrounds where I proposed to your mom must be over that way.
It's open. Huh. Anybody here? This one's dead, too.
No electricity. Shame to let all this food spoil. What a hard-boiled egg and maybe some cold milk to wash it down.
No dial tone here either. Come on, Pop, let's go.
We'd be doing the owner a favor, helping him reduce his stock before it spoils.
Come on, Pop.
Ship was called the Mary Celeste, found floating, all the tables set for a meal, a pipe half smoked. Her hull was sound, all the lifeboats carefully secured, no sign of anything wrong, except there wasn't a living soul on board.
Oh. I'd give anything to see one stray cat, just to know I'm not going crazy.
Right now, I feel as though we're the last two people on Earth.
Oh, come on, Pop.
It's a mean world, son. Countries facing off against one another like schoolyard bullies. Maybe somebody finally threw the first punch.
It can't have been a nuclear attack.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We'd feel it somehow.
Let's go. Time to do some research.
Found a big net in that field, huh?
Oh, big net.
I thought flying saucers just beamed people up. Locked, huh? This might take half a minute or more.
Not the way you trained me. Little drum roll, if you will. Fanfare?
That's fine. Now, let's see if you can open the door. No such word as Croa.
Anything like it? Maybe she was interrupted while she was writing it.
Only 3 words total begin with those letters. Croak, sound a frog makes.
That's good. Next?
Next is croaker.
Let me guess. Something that croaks.
Always knew that fancy education would pay off. Also means doomsayer. Oh, that doesn't sound so good.
Doomsayer?
It's kind of obscure. What's the other one?
Ah! This one's got my money. Croat, a Slavic native or resident of Croatia. That's it. Yugoslavians have carried away the good people of Cryerville, California. Probably some sort of cultural exchange program or something.
I'll tell you, something's sticking in my head, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Something from a history course a long time ago. Wait a minute, I know the colony, Roanoke Colony, sure. You remember Roanoke Colony about the 16th century?
Do I remember the 16th century? I'm not that old. I can barely remember the Civil War.
Here you go, Roanoke Colony, Roanoke Colony. Uh-huh, here you go.
John White, a settler in the New World, shipped out for England to get supplies for the tiny colony on Roanoke Island. When he returned in 1590, he discovered the inhabitants had vanished without a trace.
Why do I feel there's something more?
Their only memorial was a single word carved into the trunk of a tree. Croatoan. C-R-O-A-T-O-A-N.
What was that?
Sounds like a car engine.
You did hear something, didn't you?
Well, I thought so, but...
Let's keep looking.
See, now, the avocado pit would be due south from here. Lights we saw came from this general direction and then headed east.
1936 it was when the carnival set up shop. That grandfather oak tree was there even then. And it was here, my hat in my hand and my heart in my mouth. I proposed and your mom accepted me. Never could figure why.
Well, I, for one, am glad she did.
Never had any notion that this pilgrimage of mine would turn out so strange.
Hold it.
What is it?
Car tracks. Look pretty fresh.
Oh, yeah. They head out over there. Tell me I'm not seeing this, please.
I wish I could.
Oh, better not touch it. You know, this grass doesn't look burned. It looks dissolved.
All the cars in town gone, then those tracks leading to that hollow.
There it is. Even if all the phones in town are dead, the police must have a radio transmitter runs on batteries or an emergency generator.
Son, over here. I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Time to get help. Let's go get our car. If it won't run, we'll hotwire pads.
After we get the car, then what do we do?
Head for the nearest town. Crowfield, I think.
And what if there's nobody there either?
We keep going until we find somebody.
Son, I think somebody found us. Boy, if they're looking for a quiet vacation, they came to the right place. Welcome to Earth.
Pop, I don't think creatures from outer space would arrive in a motorhome.
What if it only looks like a motorhome?
If you'll be patient, I'll check to see if you're contaminated. If everything's okay, I'll take off this damn suit.
Contaminated? I haven't touched a watermelon since last summer.
They're clean. Gentlemen, I am Dr. Edwin Curry. This is Sonny Shriver, one of my team.
Team? What team? What's going on here, Doctor?
If you'll take a little ride with us out to the fairground, I'll explain it to you.
Well, that takes care of that one.
Good, good. That only leaves 3 more. Alex and Leonard Black, may I introduce Mark Baker, another member of our team.
Baker. You fellas play professional basketball?
No, we're with CROA, the California Response Operations Agency. We're called in to clean up toxic dumps, nuclear materials.
Nuclear?
Well, in this case, it's not nuclear, but some pretty potent toxic waste from a semiconductor company. They've been transporting this stuff illegally to a dump site in the Sierras by helicopter at night. They sling the cans underneath the helicopter in nets. And last night, late, one of these nets started working itself loose.
When it hit the ground, it broke open and spewed out toxic waste, huh?
Fortunately, the pilot realized the danger and called Sacramento. By 6 o'clock this morning, we had evacuated Cryerville, closed off the roads at both ends, and started our cleanup operation.
You missed a spot.
Mr. Black, don't touch that.
Oh. What I can't figure out is how you two got here.
Our car ended up in a ditch just this morning. We hiked across the fields.
And you two just wandered around Cryerville this morning? Must have been a strange experience.
It's one I'm not eager to repeat. Look at here. Your story is that this stuff spilled from
Pop,
steel
these guys got a lot of work to do. We're only getting in the way.
Oh, sorry, son. I guess I can curb my natural curiosity.
Doctor, there is still the danger of some contamination, you know.
Well, yes, that's true, but I see no point in evacuating these two up to Krill Field. Our cleanup operation will be done in an hour or two. If you gentlemen would just agree to remain in voluntary quarantine.
Certainly.
Where?
The avocado pit was open.
Good. Let's go. I want you outside monitoring conditions continuously with the olfactory meter. The wind changes, get inside.
No problem.
Gentlemen, for your own safety, please remain inside.
We'll stay out of your way, don't worry.
You know, I don't understand this. Why don't we just ship them off to Crailfield with the rest of them?
Because I have my doubts about those two. How they just happened along. We know they went in at the police station. Why didn't they mention the smashed radio?
Damn.
We'll be all right. I just want them separated from the good citizens of Cryerville, someplace where I can keep an eye on them. Now barricade the back door and plant yourself right back out here. Got that?
Got it.
Olfactometer, my left nostril. Something smells, and it isn't that electronic, whatchamacallit.
Sonny's going around the side of the building. Probably make sure we don't go out the back way.
It's a con. Take it from one who knows. They're running a scam on the whole dad-blame town.
Well, you didn't have to tell them that back at the fairgrounds.
No, I know, but they got my dander up. Glad you put a cork in me.
Yeah, take a look at this. It was happily munching on the so-called toxic waste.
You palmed a cricket right under their noses? My son wastes hands like those on magic when he could be dealing seconds. Better than Slim Lou Ferrello from Memphis. Why did you want to be put in here?
Skylight. They waited to show themselves till we were trying to leave town, which means whatever they're up to is still going on.
Well, what have they got going in a small place like this? I've got it! Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool! They're selling band instruments.
Something didn't ring true to Pat either. With her medical training, she spotted something. She couldn't make a scene. She had a son to protect.
And she figured they might overlook us way up at the top of the house like that.
Well, real CROA officials couldn't insist on searching. They'd have to take her word.
She had time to leave us a warning.
Well, part of her, anyway.
Oh, son, I can't make that.
I'll be back.
Well, watch yourself. So they're not invaders from outer space. They still look dangerous. Yep, Slim Lou Ferrello could cut a deck of cards with his toes.
Shame it wasn't flying saucers.
Yeah.
Sure was a big net.
Yeah.
Chief Datchery, if you think
Look,
that...
ma'am. Doctor, how about if you take that chip off your shoulder and I'll get rid of mine, okay? The name's Rocky.
Are you hoisting the white flag, Rocky?
Doctor.
Name's Pat.
Look, we've been going at this all day.
Because you won't listen.
You may be the law. I'm the doctor. And I'm telling you that Dr. Curry had a lot of trouble giving me straight answers about the treatment that he would recommend for people who've been exposed.
Maybe he didn't have the time or the patience to explain it all to a non-expert.
Please. Just for a moment, try to forget that I'm just a woman. I do know what I'm talking about. And something is terribly wrong. Can't you get Curry back over here and at least let me talk to him?
Ben, I'd sure appreciate it to get Doc Curry on the horn and ask him to drive over here.
I don't think that's such a good idea, Chief. You shouldn't leave the contaminated area till it's been all cleaned up.
Tell him to take a shower.
Yeah, do it, Ben. It's important.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
You know I'm sticking my neck out here, don't you?
You think I'm not? If I'm wrong, you and your buddies are gonna laugh me out of town by next weekend.
Okay, finally making some progress. This is the hardest safe I've ever had to crack.
Just out of curiosity, could we have done it in the night?
Oh, man, between the drill and this air arc, it still has taken me 6 hours. Then hauling all this equipment, the noise, somebody would have noticed us for sure.
Curry?
Curry here.
That doctor's causing trouble again. She's got Datchery convinced you should get over here.
What if I said no?
I wouldn't do that.
I'm on my way. Get that door open. We're running out of time.
Now keep it low-key with Curry, would you please?
Oh, I'm always low-key.
Look, Pat, I'm doing what you asked.
It took you long enough to listen.
I know Curry. He handled that hazardous waste dump we had here 6 months ago just fine. And I'm still listening to you. Now, what kind of a chump does that make me?
Excuse me. Chief, I shouldn't leave the quarantine area.
But you did.
I'm sorry about that, but Doc Merritt here isn't entirely convinced about the severity of the contamination.
Are you an expert, Dr. Merritt?
Doctor, if there is the possibility that the pollution is airborne, why haven't other communities been evacuated?
We treated the waste with an anti-oxidizing agent.
Well, besides turning it whiter than white, what does that do?
Keeps it from evaporating. Chief, I don't have time to debate specialized techniques with amateurs.
Excuse me.
By the way, that was a marvelous meal Mabel cooked just the last time I was here. Please give her my best.
You bet.
Doctor, who's Mabel?
That's just my housekeeper.
Dr. Curry, I want Chief Datchery to call Sacramento and check this operation with the CROA head office.
They kidnapped an entire town to rob a bank?
Not exactly kidnapped, just lured out of the way.
But, son, this is a one-dog town. That bank's got to be a one-flea bank. It ain't worth the hustle.
Once a year, it might be. At harvest time. That bank probably holds the payroll for practically every grower in the area. Thousands of farm workers, independent haulers. For a couple of weeks every year, that bank could be holding millions.
I gotta take a break. This heat's killing me. We should have taken care of those two strangers when we saw them prowling around.
No. Now, we agreed no violence unless it was absolutely necessary.
What about our two visitors?
On ice in the avocado pit. You know, I recognize that one guy. His name is, Alexander Blacke. He's a magician.
Blacke?
Yeah.
I saw him in the bar last night.
No, you couldn't have. He said the car broke down this morning.
He's lying. I saw him there.
But they didn't check into the motel.
That doctor's been causing all the trouble at the high school. He was with her. We gotta take him out. Stay right where you are. Don't move.
I gotta hand it to you, son. Didn't think he'd go for the old mirror gag. Must have spent too much time in the sun, fried his brains.
They got away. Well, come on, we gotta find them.
No sign of them around here. I think we lost them.
No way. Their car is undrivable, and I took care of Dr. Merritt's car, too.
Maybe they tried to hoof it to Krellfield.
I don't think so. That's a 2-hour walk. Anyway, this dude's been pretty slick. Now, he might just want to stay and fight. Keep moving.
Right.
Looks like they got us nailed down pretty good. I hope you got a plan.
I hope so, too.
Yeah, that's right. Dr. Edwin Curry.
Jenny? It's a Chief Datchery calling from someplace called Krellfield. He wants to speak to Dr. Curry.
You didn't tell him Dr. Curry's away on vacation in Saskatchewan.
Well, no, you told me not to get out that information over the phone. But it's a police chief.
Thanks, May. I'll handle it. Is there any fresh coffee?
I'll make us a new pot.
Dr. Curry's office. May I help you?
I'm sorry to bother you. I'm trying to locate Dr. Curry.
He's out of the office at present, I'm afraid.
Mind telling me where he is?
He's away on departmental business. In Cryerville. I'm afraid that's all the information I'm able to give out over the phone.
That's good enough. Thanks.
Yeah, Chief. Can I speak to
Hold on a second.
Hi, Jenny.
Harry, what's going on?
Oh, just a little mix-up. We should be through here any time now.
Okay. See you when you get back.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
How much longer, Doc?
An hour at the most.
Well, that's good news. The livestock and the pets are ruining the football field. Satisfied?
What's a hearse doing back of the bank?
Early withdrawal penalties must be pretty stiff around here.
You sure you want to do this?
Pretty sure. That's what I thought. This has got to be how they were going to transport the money. Who would stop and search a hearse? Hop, we've got to get into the trunk of our car. I'm going to need some flash pots, a transmitter.
Showtime.
I'm through.
At least a couple million, maybe more. Let's get it loaded. The natives are restless. Ben, this is Dr. Curry, over. Ben, do you read me? Major, are you alone? Yes. Disappear.
It won't be long now, Mrs. Templeton.
Looks like they're packing up their camel.
Huh?
Get in the truck. You drive.
The hell I will. What are you people doing here? What is all this?
Get in the truck.
Move and you're dead. Drop the gun in the truck. Pick it up, Pat. Now open the door. Put one arm through the window. Are you crazy? Why'd you take a chance like that?
I didn't think you saw him sneak out.
Him? I was watching you.
Why don't we just leave this stuff?
Prince, I don't know about you, but the FBI has my thumbs and fingers. Easy, easy.
We looked all over town. No sign of them.
Doesn't matter. We're out of here.
Are we rich?
We're rich. Stow this gear. We'll meet Benton on the way out of town.
You got it.
Son, look out!
Just couldn't leave it alone, could you?
Toxic waste all cleaned up?
Get out.
No. Stop it. The money. It's gone.
So it is. On the ground, please. Over there, if you will. Excuse me. You left the wake-up call, I believe? Over there.
Okay.
Over there.
Okay.
Walt, get the keys. We'll lock him in the hearse. Inside. Move it.
Okay? Okay? You got him?
We got him. You weren't going to shoot that thing, were you, Pop?
Of course not. I just thought the size of it might frighten him to death.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Not me. Some other fella.
Where's the money?
A chest in the town hall. Every penny of it. Boy.
Yeah, that's a Roger. I'll be back in my office before they get there. If I'm not, tell them to hang in. 10-4. Okay, I admit it. Curry had me fooled.
It's okay, Rocky. Nobody's perfect. Besides...
Look, Pat.
Hey! It's okay, he's just playing.
You're gonna have to train this dog.
Believe me, I'd love to. I wouldn't know where to start.
You wouldn't. Well, how about if maybe I show you?
Be my guest.
Lenny loves Lisbon.
Her eyes sparkled, catching the light from the Ferris wheel. I can close my eyes. I can see her so clear. She joined up with us in Fresno, dancing as part of Big Ed Twilliger's troupe. She was no hoochie cooch. She moved like a brightly colored curtain brushed by the wind along an open window, like the long, slow curl of an emerald wave. She was going to dance in the Great White Way. And I...
What, Pop?
For the first time in my life, I had no ambition except one: to love her, cherish her, grow old in her arms. Never made it to Broadway. I always regretted.
Oh, Pop, no regrets. She had a wonderful life. She loved you for it. We both did. Come on. Time to hit the road.
Next on an unforgettable St. Elsewhere, Dr. Caldwell has AIDS. Is his career and his life over? And later, Johnny welcomes Billy Martin to The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson.
I'm Tom Brokaw. NBC News continues its in-depth coverage of the investigation into the loss of the Challenger and its crew tomorrow on NBC Nightly News.